Have you ever stumbled upon a mystery that you couldn't resist unraveling? Let's dive into the story of Chu Feng, who found himself in a similar predicament. While working late into the night, a peculiar cubic stone caught his attention. As he examined it, a hidden crevice revealed itself, almost as if beckoning him to look closer. With a sense of wonderment, Chu Feng unearthed a concealed stone box from within. Anticipation bristled in the air as he carefully opened the box, only to find 3 shriveled seeds. His heart sank. He had hoped for treasures, not desiccated remnants of life, but rather than discard them, Chu Feng decided to carry these seeds home, a glimmer of hope kindling within him. Maybe, he thought, these seeds held a secret waiting to be awakened. Little did Chu Feng know, his life was about to take an unexpected turn. Stay with us as the mystery unfolds. Imagine coming back to civilization after days of isolation, only to find the world in chaos. That was the reality for Chu Feng. After an intriguing night of discovery, he decided it was time to return home. The post-civilization era had made traveling relatively convenient, yet the journey was never without its surprises. As he stepped into the bustling city, a wave of notifications washed over him. Messages from friends, family, and acquaintances filled his screen, each one a desperate attempt to make sense of the bizarre occurrences that had taken the world by storm. It was as if he'd stepped out of one mystery and straight into another. The strangest of all was the global phenomenon that everyone seemed to be talking about. A peculiar fog, unlike anything anyone had ever seen, had blanketed the earth, its colors dancing eerily between reality and illusion. Plants, too, had taken to the skies, floating as if gravity had forgotten them. The world, it seemed, was on the brink of a major shift. On the train ride home, Chu Feng found himself seated next to Zhou Quan, an old acquaintance also returning to their hometown. The conversation naturally gravitated towards these eerie events. Zhou Quan shared whispers of a warning from a Taoist priest, a prophecy of impending change. The priest's words echoed in Chu Feng's mind, adding another layer of mystery to his already puzzling journey. Despite the unsettling tales and the uncertainty that hung in the air like the strange fog itself, Chu Feng couldn't help but feel an exhilarating sense of adventure. After all, he was no stranger to the unknown. His recent discovery of the stone box and its shriveled seeds was proof of that. Yet, as the train moved further away from the city and closer to home, a sense of unease began to creep over him. The world was changing, and he was right in the middle of it. But what did it all mean? And what role did he have to play in this grand cosmic theater? The sense of unease was palpable, but the journey had to continue. Do you believe in prophecies? Can they truly predict the future? The train's rhythm set the cadence for Chu Feng's contemplation. Zhou Quan's words echoed in his mind, a Taoist priest's ominous warning of an impending change. Seated across from him, Zhou Quan leaned forward, his face serious. He recounted the priest's words. The world is on the precipice of a transformation. Strange occurrences will be the harbinger of this new era. The seeds of change have been sown. Chu Feng's mind involuntarily drifted back to the 3 shriveled seeds he'd found in the stone box. He felt a shiver of apprehension. Could there be a connection? The strange colored fog, the floating plants, the seeds, were these the signs the priest spoke of? His heart raced. He was an adventurer, not a prophet. Yet, the seeds in his pocket felt heavier than before. He was suddenly aware of their potential significance. The weight of the prophecy bore down on him, stirring a whirlwind of thoughts. Zhou Quan's voice broke through his reverie. The priest said only those who understand the signs can navigate the change. Chu Feng looked out of the window, the landscape whizzing past. His journey had just taken an unexpected turn. The prophecy was unsettling, but its implications were yet to be unveiled. Ever found yourself at the center of a mystery without even realizing it? Chu Feng found himself in a similar situation. He was just trying to make sense of the strange events unfolding around him. The peculiar fog that had enveloped the globe, the floating plants that defied the laws of nature. It all seemed too surreal, as if the world was playing some elaborate trick on him. The shriveled seeds from the stone box lay forgotten in his pocket, a stark contrast to the chaos outside. But little did he know, they were more connected to the current events than he could possibly imagine. His mind drifted back to the Taoist priest's warning Zhou Quan mentioned. An impending change, the priest had said. At the time, Chu Feng had dismissed it as mere superstition, but now he couldn't help but wonder if there was more to it. As the landscape rushed by outside the train window, Chu Feng's thoughts turned to the stone box. The seeds, their dry husks, whispering ancient secrets. Could they be the key to understanding this global phenomenon? Could these seemingly insignificant seeds be the harbinger of the impending change the Taoist priest had warned about? Chu Feng's mind swirled with possibilities. He decided to revisit the seeds when he reached home. He needed to know more, he needed to understand. The scientist in him wouldn't allow him to ignore the potential connection. Meanwhile, the world outside continued its dance with the unknown. The strange fog grew denser, the floating plants multiplied, and the whispers of change grew louder. The world was in the grip of an unfolding mystery, and Chu Feng had a front-row seat to the spectacle. His journey home was more than just a physical one. It was a journey into the heart of a mystery, a journey into the unknown. And as the train chugged along, carrying him closer to his destination, Chu Feng couldn't shake off the feeling that he was on the brink of a profound revelation. The world was changing, and Chu Feng had become an unwitting participant in this grand cosmic play. The stone box, the shriveled seeds, the global phenomenon, they were all pieces of a puzzle he was yet to solve. The mystery of the stone box was just beginning to unravel, and Chu Feng was at the heart of it,